Good, y'all. We here with a JSteeze Ralo interview. I already know this shit finna be fire. So yeah, let's get into it. Check out JSteeze if you want to watch the full vid through. Let's get it rocking.
First exclusive Ralo interview. I'm in the new Pakistan. Last time I came, I was at the old joint. This time I'm at the new joint. You got the fleet behind them. You know, how you doing, man? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the time, man, for sure.
First week out of jail.
Yeah, first week officially.
Yes,
How I feel?
I feel amazing.
Yeah.
Good vibes. I don't even want niggas to say nothing negative around me. I tell them just give me a good 48 hours of just good vibes. That's what I want.
Because I remember the big announcement. You had the whole fleet. You got the private jet and shit. That was like, what, 5 months ago?
Yeah, it was 6 or 7. I think it was November the 8th when that occurred.
Okay.
But, you know, I just wasn't aware of the severe rules that the halfway house had. So I'm thinking when I get out of prison, I can go ahead and go do my welcome home shows, because you know I had seen Gucci do the same thing when he was released. And that shit just was a whole shit show. They wouldn't allow me to.
Why they got the camera on this nigga and Ralo talking?
They wasn't allowing me to get on no social media, period.
I seen a few posts though. We had posted of you though.
Yeah, I was sneaking that shit out.
You sneaking
Every time you seen the post, I was getting in trouble.
So they was coming back like, what is this?
Yeah, like sending your ass back to prison. Every video I dropped, I got wrote up for. Even when Lil Baby pulled up and gave me the $50,000, that shit almost sent me to prison. But I needed that $50,000. So shit, I got that. I had to take that one to the trip.
Yeah, I seen you say that. So you said Lil Baby blessed you with 50, and you said somebody else too blessed you, right?
I mean, it's a lot. It's a long name, long list, and every time I say the list, they always tell me I left a nigga out. But you got your boy QCP. He looked out for me. He sent me maybe 75,000. You got Lil Baby sent me a 50 while I was in, and gave me another 50 when I got out. You got your boy Dirt. You got 21 Savage. He had gave Queen $40,000 for me. Shit, it's a long list of people. You know, Goldmouth made sure I was straight every 2 weeks. He put something on my book. You know, I actually had an idea, you smell me? Outside of the niggas that ran off with my money and, you know, did all that lame shit. Yeah.
So in the halfway house, you had a curfew?
Shit, you gonna come out. You come out to go to work and you go straight back home. I mean, go straight back to the halfway house.
So what was your schedule like as far as like work?
I just go to the studio every day. You know, I ain't got no job. I mean, later on, I had found out that I could have 2 jobs, so I divided. So instead of me spending the $400 a day on studio time, I started going ahead and spending like $200-300 because I was able to utilize my property as a construction site. And I was able to go over here and do the construction stuff and build my hood back up.
Yeah. So first day out, it's what, yesterday, today?
First day out was Friday.
What you do? What's the first thing you did?
Got me some money, shot me some videos, got me a couple shows lined up. Called you, got me an interview.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get me some bags.
Yeah. So, I mean, let's go back to 2018, man. I mean, we could start with the first incident with the private jet. It was really 2 incidents, right?
Yes, sir.
The first incident, you weren't physically there?
No, sir. It was actually like 4 incidents that occurred. Y'all only seen one, which was the private jet that I got caught with. But however, I had 4 different counts. So like stuff was getting caught up, and you know, it's more incidents occurred way beforehand. You know, what occurred was they just got tired of the situation with me because of other crimes that occurred. One of my homies had they had a informant that was in Pakistan that was coming. He was praying with us. He was a nigga with tattoos on his face. You would never even tell he was the Fed. So he was trying to get to me. You smell me? He was trying to get up on me, but I might be with 1,000 niggas, but it's only 5 or 10 niggas that I really communicate with on certain levels. You smell me? And he kept trying to get towards me, and I guess one of my little homies told him, like, if you want to get with Ralo, you got to spend at least 100 or 2. At least 200,000, you smell me? So the nigga called the feds and was like, in order for us to get with Ralo, we gotta spend, you know, abundant amount of money. And the feds the one approving for the money. So the feds said, shit, we'll give you the money, but we'll have to send an agent out with you. So they sent the agent out with him, and he was a white dude playing like he was an Uber driver. And the nigga who supposed to been spending the money with me, he got down in the back of the Uber. I'm not knowing this, I'm way in Cali. I'm in Cali handling the business, picking me some goddamn weed out. So when when the dude get to wherever they went,
Bro, I
over
don't
there on
understand.
Ashton
Thank you.
Courts or
Switch
whatnot,
the
they
camera.
draw down and robbed the nigga. And robbed the FBI agent too. I'm not even knowing this. I was never serving that nigga, period. Cause I had a clientele that I had been dealing with for years. So when they got over there to the situation, they drawed down on them and they let them go. The feds, U.S. Marshals, everybody came and bomb rushed them and they let them go because they was wanting me. They said I was the bigger fish or whatnot. So
Damn,
I'm on the
that's
plane
crazy.
thinking everything out because they wasn't giving a fuck about that weed. They never cared about the weed from the jump. It was never about the weed. You smell me? So I understand people was ever came with me saying he only locked up for weed, he only locked up for weed, but in their mind and throughout their thorough investigation, it was a lot
Shit that
of
led
different
up
crimes,
to it. Shit
like
that led
violence,
up to it. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So when that occurred, they just got tired of the situation, and the chief of the FBI, they said, oh, y'all got to close that case. So really it was a gift and a curse because they would have kept investigating. Ain't no telling what type of trouble I got in. Or if they would have just simply not even got me off the plane, they should have just waited till I got in traffic. And then handled their business, they probably would have got to stash out or something. But however, they was just too goddamn happy to see me.
Too eager.
You know, crash the car.
So the informant, is this somebody that you kind of like grew up with type situation?
I never knew the foreman in my life. I never talked to him. I think I seen the nigga when I was in prison because one nigga pulled up on me saying he was coming to Pakistan buying shit. And he said a lot of good shit, like shit that I know 100% was occurring. But however, I never talked to him.
So he would just come over there and pray and y'all like not have no...
I mean, that was one informant. After a while, some of these dudes became informants that was around.
Okay.
Remember after, you got Louis Yaski. He the one who was serving the informant from the jump. Like he was serving them Percocet, he was serving them guns, he was serving them all kinds of shit for Pakistan without my knowledge. Because the rule was for nobody to sell drugs outside of Pakistan. You smell me? Inside of Pakistan, you couldn't sell no dope. You smell me? So that was the main rule. So they was snuck behind my back being greedy because these ATF agents, they was offering money that niggas weren't refusing for these guns and drugs.
What type of money?
Triple. Like for a 22 rifle, they tried to, for a 22 assault rifle, they was giving $500. You go to the store and buy that shit for $109, $120 back then anyway.
Yeah.
You smell me? So these dudes, they couldn't see through the bullshit and they ended up getting on their team. You smell me? I guess they were scared. Some of them dudes ain't do nothing, not one day in jail.
Yeah. Have you watched any documentaries about yourself since you've been out?
Shit, I see a different documentary.
It's like 10 of them.
Every day.
It's like 10 of them.
Every day I come out, I just go on YouTube, I see Ralo, and a lot of that shit just be...
They call you Mr. Dog Food?
Yes, sir.
That's why that nigga got that dog bone chain.
How accurate are those documentaries?
It depends on which YouTube.
The Trap Lord Ross one.
I don't even think I seen that one.
Yeah, that got like 3-4 million views.
I gotta look at it.
But just overall though, is a lot of the shit accurate?
Yeah, a lot of it accurate. I say like 80% of it.
What's the cap though?
I think the cap is, cause you know, my grandma stayed in this neighborhood 40 years. You smell me? And this somewhere I call home. So throughout my lifespan, you know, I used to go up these streets right here and cut grass and sell CDs. It used to be a whole bunch of dope boys sitting in the apartments. This used to be a 6-unit apartment complex. And coming up in the streets and having trap houses, having different trap houses, you know, everybody see me when they seen $1 million or they seen the first 500,000, but people didn't know how much work it took to get there. So throughout my journey of life, going to jail back and forth for a little bit of crimes, whether it was possession of cocaine or whether possession of a firearm, people didn't know how much structure and how much discipline and how many losses had to be taken at that. You smell me? So the police come in today. If the police came in today, Lil Boo them, they were gonna take the charge from me. You smell me? I walk out, you know what I'm saying? If the police came right here and my little niggas right here and they got a gun on them, and they gonna take the charge. They gonna say that was mine, even if it was mine. You smell me? So, you know, people that ain't been in the streets don't understand the game. Like when you look at the shit that El Chapo did or the shit that Pablo Escobar did, sometimes they'll send 100 bricks across the ocean You let that get caught up just to get 1,000
Yeah.
bricks across.
Mhm.
You smell me? But when we as black people start implementing that, then it's a problem. Then they start calling you a rat. They start calling you this and that. So like, you know, it comes with, anytime you need, you chasing success and you trying to succeed in something, it comes with sacrifice. It comes with strategizing. It comes with a lot
That's
of different
facts.
things. You know what I mean? So,
I remember when you got locked up,
right.
the biggest narrative on the internet was a lot of people pulled up your IG posts. They pulled up the Vlad interviews. They pulled up the showing the cash and
Right.
being wild and popping your shit
Right.
and blaming that on, really blaming yourself on bringing attention to you.
Right.
How much accountability do you put on yourself for that?
Them people don't give a fuck about no nigga flexing no money. Them people don't give a fuck about no marijuana. They don't really care for non-violent crimes really at all. But when you got people that was dying, a lot of people was getting killed. A lot of people was getting shot. That ain't something that I rap about. That ain't something that I broadcast. When niggas getting shot nowadays, everybody go up and say they shot them. But
Making
niggas
tracks
getting
and
their
all
ass
type of
dropped
shit.
around here. You smell me? Not saying I had anything to do with it, but whenever a case go cold, whenever any murder case go cold, the feds have an obligation to investigate it, pick up that file and investigate it. So all these different crimes had occurred. I guess they got tired of my name getting pulled up in this shit. And they just so happened while investigating me for these cold cases, stumbled across the marijuana. I was hustling. You smell me? Everybody else was rapping and doing this and that. I had to make the money. You smell me? I wasn't making no lot of money off rapping. And as you see, I always had a village to take care of. So while they investigate me for these cold crimes or these murders that had occurred, they just stumbled across the weed.
So you don't, if you was to go back, social media would be the same. You would still carry it the same way?
I think I would. I had a good life. I enjoyed myself. Like I ain't, when I got caught on that plane that day, I wasn't in deep regret. I knew what this shit came with. I was willing to go sit down and do 30 years. You smell me? I was willing to go do 30 years. I had it in my head when I was on that jet, sitting in that bathroom, saying fuck them people. I said to myself, I'm finna go do 30 years. And I told myself, shit, I'm finna go up here and get as close as me as possible. We finna sit down and do this time together. You smell me?
Yeah.
So like it was never a time that cause according to my religion, we supposed to regret our sin. You smell me? But it ain't no sin showing money. You smell me? I mean, it's arrogance in it, you know what I'm saying? But I had fun. You smell me? I lived a great life. Even if I was to die some years ago, I still would have been legendary in my hood. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from.
Yeah. I remember, I think you did like a news interview and you said that you felt targeted. I think you did say you felt targeted. You felt like, cause you were gonna get out on bond.
Right.
And they said that you were still running the organization from in jail.
Right.
And you said you felt targeted. Explain that whole situation.
I mean, back then, being in jail, we wanna try to make it seem as we are victims. Like the government doing something wrong.
Something
Or
wrong.
some shit like that.
I say this shit all the time.
Target. You smell me? Like, I supposed to be a target. You smell me? I'm the breadwinner. I'm the king of the village. I'm
insanity.
the leader. I'm
doing the
person
same
that
thing
God
and
gave
expecting different results.
Financial stability to take care of
Niggas
the
gotta
village,
stop
you
that
smell
shit.
me? So like, I ain't gonna say I shouldn't have been targeted. You smell me? I understand that what this shit come with. You smell me? You can't goddamn, whatever job God gave you, it's your obligation to handle it. You smell me? So like, if God gave me the wealth, if God gave me the financial stability, it's on me to take care of the village. You smell me? So I can't cry about being a target. I didn't know that kingpin was an actual charge. You smell me? Till I got the charge and they put me number 1 on the indictment, I didn't even know what the hell 4 points. I didn't know none of this federal shit. You know what I'm saying? But after going through the feds, you run into some real intelligent dudes. You run into some people that really have a great amount of knowledge. You smell me? And these brothers, was different from the state because I went to state prison twice before I even went to fed. So when you're going into the feds, these dudes is all about finessing. These dudes are all about paying whoever to get out of jail. However they gotta put it, you know what I'm saying? They put it that way a dude might pay you. You ain't got no criminal history. Let's just say you ain't got a criminal history. Cause the feds got guidelines. So people don't know what the fuck. It look like a timetable chart. But if you got a certain amount of convictions, they go over and over on the chart. And then based on your offense, they go down. You see what I mean? So the luckiest motherfucker to be in that situation would be a dude with no criminal history because you get lesser time.
Yep.
So if you got a dude facing 20 years for the same crime that you'll get 3 years for, it'll be very smart for you to do them 3 years. You probably do 18 months, come out, go to the halfway house like I did, then leave a nigga in jail for 20 years. I think that's like, the people gonna say, nigga need to take their leak or whatnot, but I think that's called strategizing and helping one another out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's take it back to April 14th, 2028.
Niggas ain't doing that, though.
2018. God damn. 2018. We're talking about 444 pounds of weed.
Right.
Worth $840,000.
Right.
And you knew that the people were watching you at this time.
Right.
You said it on IG, you said it in interviews, you were vocal about it. Take us through that whole day on April 14th. Like,
I mean, I did what my usual. Every Monday I go to Cali, pick out my weed, because I used to send Duke Wild and all my homies to Cali and pick up my weed. But they started coming back with shit that King and some of the bros was just like, fuck nah, that ain't no good shit. So, you know, I end up looking at what they liked it, and I started going to Cali myself, because I'm spending $1 million. You see, I'm spending $1 million. I'm spending sometimes anywhere between $500,000 and $1 million. And when you get that shit, you don't want to have to hold on to that shit for months.
Yeah,
so,
you don't want
So
that,
I started going to Cali myself. I get on my jet every Monday, go to Cali, pick out my weed. Probably that Tuesday, one of my people that I had out there, he thought he was a plug. He wasn't no motherfucking plug. He was pretty much a broker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He was able to go to some of the people up there in Humboldt County in they mountains on the 101, and he'll bring me back little packs of shit and tell me, okay, this is what, you know what I'm saying? I get some of the bros to smoke it or whatnot, see if it's strong, because I ain't never smoked a drink in my life. So when I did my usual routine, I went down on Monday, you know, got my little Airbnb. Sometimes I stay in the mountains. It depends. It just be bored as fucking in the mountains.
Right.
So I go through LA sometimes, drop my money off, and go shopping and do all my things in LA, because there's some real niggas out there in LA. Shout out to LA. And then when I get to LA, I drop the money off and I shoot the shopping. By Tuesday, the homie have me some packs of what I need to get. You know what I'm saying? So I go look at the shit Tuesday. By Wednesday, I'm trying to come up out of there. You smell me? By Wednesday, I'm trying to get all the vacuum seal bags. Trying to get all the vacuum seal bags.
oh, we good. We roll.
We might need to block some shit out. But
The fuck, you just rolled up like that.
I'm getting my little bags. You go on Walmart and you can get the 25-pound bags. You can put 25 pounds in that motherfucker. You can put the vacuum cleaner on that motherfucker, suck it up, and put it in a package. Whatever holiday season it in, them type of packages I get. If it's Christmas, I get Christmas. If it's, you know, every Monday some goddamn Independence Day, I go get flags. Like right now, I would've got me some flags, wrapped it up in some flags, and put that shit on together, put that shit on the jet, and sometimes I fly 2-3 jets back. I'll be in one, have one going this way, one going the other way, because I knew the feds was watching me. So by Thursday, I need to be back in Atlanta, because Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I had shows every week. And then I try to sneak and get me a video in. I try to get me some studio time in, try to get with my girl and my kids and shit, spend some family time. So that's pretty much been my whole goddamn life of doing so, other than the dog food. You see what I mean?
Yeah. So you land that day, that Wednesday, right?
Yeah, I land Wednesday.
Okay. And when do the feds pop out? When does that whole situation happen when you get locked up?
I can't, don't scare me. I can't remember what day I landed, but you gotta think about it. I'm on the tour bus. Them motherfuckers already got wires and cameras on the tour bus. The tour bus agent is working with these feds. The pilot working with these feds. I ain't got no win. You smell me? So when I'm putting, like up under my bed, I put all my money
You
up
ain't
on my
beating
bed
the
and I
Fed,
go
my nigga. They want to get you. They
I go
gonna
to
come
Cali
get
like
you.
that. because they was on me so hard on the flights. I was like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna take it on the bus. So I'm already on wire cameras. I'm already, as soon as so I can't tell you when they popped up because they was already there. So when we get out, so while I'm going in my spot, they got wires and cameras in this motherfucker. And then when I'm getting back on the tour bus, going to the jet, it's wires and cameras on that motherfucker too. So they knew me coming there while I'm there and flying back. So I can't even say, cause they got pictures of each one, each time, you smell me? So some of these niggas had wires on, some of them had cameras on.
Yeah.
Some had both on.
That's crazy.
So did you get locked up that day though?
You can't
They got
hide
locked up
shit
that day,
nowadays,
they
my
sent me
nigga.
to,
The internet,
the
cameras,
jail.
technology.
And once I got,
they gonna get
the
you.
feds came and picked me up from the Cobb County, and I went to the feds.
What was going through your mind? You thought it was all over?
I mean, I got a call from, I had called the homeless and they said they in Pakistan now. So they hit my mama's house, Pakistan, and my girl's house all at one time. So I already was locked up. Then they went to all my houses, I mean, a couple of my houses. And they, I'm like, oh shit. It still didn't never dawn in my mind that, cause I used to go to jail. I'm used to going to jail.
Right.
And every time I went to jail, they ain't used to take shit from me in the state. But as soon as you go fed, the motherfuckers try to take everything you got. So
Yeah,
pretty
nigga, they
much
trying
when
to
I
bury
got
your ass.
caught on the jet and got in handcuffs, I thought it was over with. Just remember, all the thing I cared for was the people out here to make sure my family straight. Just remember, just make sure my girl and my mom and them straight. I had so many millions still on the street to the point where I thought I was good forever. My girl don't want for shit. My mama don't really want much. You smell me? My kids don't really need much. So my whole thing was to take care of my kids while I was in there, because I did a lot of bids before where I had to do that. And I always prepared myself for that. So I had certain people entrusted with millions of dollars that I thought that would have my best interest at heart if I did longer bids. But when I got caught that specific time,
Niggas ran
a
off.
lot of them niggas thought it was completely over. So they all ran off and did what they did, you smell me? But I forgive them, alhamdulillah.
And when you say they ran off with
Hey, that take a strong person to forgive.
The money that they owe, you smell me? I was getting all these niggas different packs and shit. So I wasn't getting weed. Whatever they was getting, they owed to me, you smell me?
Talked to these guys since, seen them since?
I mean, for a minute, I was aggravated, I was upset and things of that matter, but I forgive everybody, because I'm no longer selling drugs. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So the feds took all the cars?
Yeah, they took all the cars.
Your mom, sister's cars?
They took
everything? How did that affect your, just
I mean,
family?
Coming from the bluff and shit and always taking major losses, because you got to think about it. At the time, I only had $1,000 re-up. You smell me? And sometimes I lose that. So like, and this happened repetitive for countless years. So it was never a time where I would lose everything and trip off it, because I'm so used to getting it back. I'm so used to going back and hustle. They can take everything, but they can't take a nigga hustle. You smell me?
Yeah. What's your relationship with I think his name is Dookie Wild?
Right.
He's been hitting me for years about an interview.
Yeah.
And
Dookie Wild gonna be Dookie Wild, you smell me?
Yeah.
I wish the
Nigga
best
with the
for
name
everybody,
Dookie
you smell me?
Wild.
But however, what he did was
Steer clear of that
you know
nigga.
Me in my head, with anybody around me, with anybody in the village, I always was for us. I ain't give a fuck if you go tell on him or any nigga else. I don't give a fuck what you did. That's y'all business. You smell me? But this not, if you tell on the breadwinner, the nigga that took care of you, you gotta think about it. When you came in an apartment, sometimes it wasn't even no sheetrock on the wall. It wasn't no 2x4s. It wasn't no toilets. It wasn't no carpet. It wasn't no floors. It wasn't no sinks. So when you give a nigga a fresh apartment, brand new, you gave a nigga a tub, you gave a nigga some money in their pocket, and they do that to you, and they do that to you, that shit put a scar in you that can't be healed. You smell me? So it took a lot of praying.
Betraying trust.
It took a lot of praying, and you know, and it took for me to get out, because you know the best revenge is life is success. You smell me? And as you see, every day of my life I'm succeeding. Alhamdulillah.
Yeah. If you don't mind, like, how much was you bringing in a week?
I can't
hustling at a time?
can't even calculate it, because you know in the street sometimes it's slow. You smell
On
me?
average though.
It depends on, you really can't, cause sometimes you'll get a good pack where everybody want it. Sometimes you'll get a pack, you'll try to get that same pack back that nobody ain't interested in. So numbers in the street don't really balance off. That shit just never like, okay, this is my salary. You smell me? But I always counted profit margins. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I bought, I try to make $1 million profit. You smell me? And whatever profit margin I get, I front out to everybody.
Yeah.
To the point where when I had some 8 million, I was able to just do my thing.
What would you consider a good week though?
A good week? Shit, when all of it gone. That's the best week you got.
So I mean, when did it hit you? And I know you've been, in and out of prison, in and out of jail, but like when did it hit you? I mean, because it was at a point to where it was you could do anything in the world.
Right.
You could be anywhere in the world, drive any car in the world, to be sitting in a box. You know what I mean? Like when did it hit you that, you had to serve that 4 years?
Nah, that was 8.
It was an 8-year bid, but
I did 6 off of it.
You did 6, my bad.
I mean, I think when it hit me was when I was in visitation coming from the hole, because I fought a lot in jail. Like I always be fighting, I always be sneaking cell phones in, I always be doing shit like that. So one day I was in a hole, and while I was in the hole, they was escorting me down in Lovejoy to the visitation booth to see my girl and my son. And when I looked at my son, and I looked at my daughter, and they was on that glass, but that shit, I still can feel that moment now. That shit kill you, bro. That shit like kill you, cause when you doing this shit, when you selling the dope or whatever you're
not
doing
thinking about
to
that.
Provide for them, you not thinking of the sacrifices that you taking that will hurt them more than them just being poor. I'd rather for them to have some Payless on and I'm out than have some Javention on and I'm in.
I say
You
this,
know what I mean?
bro.
So like, that
nigga
shit
talking
kept
facts.
me right there. When you looking at them kids, man, cause out here, it be fun and games, everybody be happy and shit. But when you
When
behind
shit
that
go
wall, you
wrong.
seeing them kids grow up without you. You can't go to a father-daughter dance. You can't goddamn go to your kid 5th grade graduation or kindergarten graduation, and when goddamn your daughter start a period, and it's just a little bit of shit that we
The little things.
don't even look at now. You smell me?
Yeah, the little things.
So that shit kept me in that visitation booth.
So you said you got in a lot of fights and shit?
Yeah.
Were just people fucking with you and shit?
I wouldn't say people were fucking with me. I was fucking with them. I was stressed out. I
Yeah.
was bored and shit. Sometimes you need some physical. I can't get no pussy out. Shit, I gotta get some. Some gotta make me tired of this.
Nigga,
So, like,
beating niggas
majority
up.
of my fights came from, injustice. Like, I don't really, anytime I see a bully in the dome, I'm on his ass. He gotta show me. You smell me? Like, people that have hatred towards Islam. You smell me? Because, like, behind the wall, I practice Islam real heavy. And, I was like the imam in like 11 different places. So, like, whenever that occurred, when niggas, because soon as we get the Quran, you got 1,000 niggas bringing out Bibles now. Like, it's a fucking religious war in here. You smell me? So, like, sucker shit like that, I ain't telling nobody not to practice. I believe in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? As a Muslim, we supposed to believe in the Bible. We supposed to believe in the Torah, the Bible, and the Quran. All 3 of the revelations that have came down. However, you got some niggas that just evil, bro. And that evil shit, I don't be with. You know what I'm saying? That shit, like out here, I can get in my car, get in my Maybach, anything, and just ride away and get away from that sucker shit. But in there, locked
You
in
stuck
there,
with it.
man,
Festering in
beat
the
your ass.
energy.
You finna beat my ass. We finna die in this motherfucker. You smell me? Like, that's what it is, man. And then I be stressing about bitches, my girl, all kinds of shit be going on. Nigga be out here doing all kind of lame shit. That shit is drive you fuck crazy. So I'm gonna get somebody. One of these niggas done make me mad that week. You be mad at some shit right then, and you just think about all the bullshit that went on. So as soon as the nigga get on the phone, you don't like how the nigga talking. Nigga, you yelling, nigga. You might be yelling. This shit just be like that behind the wall.
Yeah. Was it like any friends or people outside the wall that was kind of changed up while you were inside, not answering certain phone calls or people that you expected more from? Or did everybody pretty much stay solid with you?
I mean, me personally, myself, I can't really speak for nobody else, but I ain't really into.
All right, we gonna end it there, y'all. We gonna have segments of this shit. But nah, how I feel about this first segment, 30 minutes, he's speaking some real shit. I think a lot of people within our culture need to watch this. It'll give them a different perspective, cause yeah, real shit. That's how I feel about it. I'll give further opinion as I watch more. But yeah, this is a good interview so far for sure. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it in the comments. I'm out this motherfucker. Peace.